It's an adventure.
That's exactly it.
Welcome to the podcast today. First episode of many, as we hope. We don't have a name just as yet, but that will be in the cards in there sometime this week before we upload, hopefully. So, I'm Halen, the man number 2 of the podcast, we'll say. And
that's big. And I'm Mitch, and I'm definitely man number 3 then of the podcast. Looking for a lead man.
Anyone who wants to come, we're more than open to special guests. They can be our number 1 man.
That's it, truly.
To a great journey, mate.
To the adventure.
Okay, so we've been discussing ideas for our podcast, little topics. And we thought we'd start off each week with 2 talking points.
Huge.
It's huge?
Huge.
Huge section.
Huge.
So our first one, so 1 each, 2 each. One's going to be from our own team, so I'm die-hard Geelong supporter.
Massive Blues man. The year of the blue.
Go the Cats, mate. Go the Cats. So, and then we're going to do a talking point from our own team and a talking point from another team that we have seen throughout the week. So, you may as well kick it off. Do you want to go first?
Absolutely. Alright, first talking point. I'll start outside the Blues or I'll talk all day. First point is West Coast Eagles. They're done. Won't win another game for the year. Done. They've already played North. They've already played Essendon. They're not winning another game.
Have they won a game yet?
They've won 1.
Who did they beat?
Couldn't tell you who they beat off the top of my head, but I know for a fact. I watched them play Brisbane. It pissed down rain and they still lost by 70 points. They're cooked.
Did you see the line was 71.5?
I know.
That is ridiculous.
It started the week a bit higher than that as well. It started the week at 79. It came in.
Geez.
The rain brought it down. The rain saved them. It could have got real ugly.
And
like that was sleeting rain.
It ended up being like 74 points or something then.
Yeah, sleeting rain. It was in the 70s.
Yeah. It's
no,
ridiculous.
They are terrible. When you're dropping, and the boy who came in out of Waffle actually played quite well.
Yeah.
Can't say his name, starts with an F. Anyway, he played quite well, but when you're bringing in someone out of the Waffle to drop one of your own players...
Oh, Hugh Dixon, shocking.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later in our super coach
that is huge, but yeah. No, that's just, for me, that's it. Mark it down. What are we? 9th of May, they're done. Won't win another game. Second thing, the Blues. There's so much I could talk about. So much.
One thing for me.
It's hard to go with only one thing. But you can't go past him. I'm going to label him the most exciting player in the comp.
I know who you're going to say here, Mitchie.
Who am I going to say?
You're going to say Charlie Kerner.
I'm going to say Charlie Kerner. What a man. Gee, he is exciting to watch. Takes the ball at the highest point and just an absolute show. Second in the Coleman. Back after playing 15 games in the last 3 years. Huge. Sky's the limit. Had 20 kicks on the weekend.
Yeah,
21 touches, 20 kicks.
Kick 60, me?
6'2".
6'2".
6'3", actually, maybe. 6'2".
Yeah,
should have been more. I got a hating for 5 or more, so I was pretty happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to the real points.
What do you got?
Can you tell me who you think the most important players for the Demons are? Who do you think is their keys?
The most important players? How many you want me to list?
I want you to name their 3 most important players.
3 most important players. Any particular order, or you just want them?
Just 3. Just any order.
M. Gawn, E. Langdon, and S. May.
You did say the name I was looking for. Ed Langdon.
Huge.
Is he the most important player on that team?
I find it hard to go past being Maxi, but Maxi might be out this week, so that will show.
We'll talk about that later.
But no, I reckon you might have a fair case there. He does give him a lot of structure and create that run.
I'm just going to read some things out to you.
Go for it.
So
researched it, nicely done.
Yeah, research is key. Just tell me, who was the better team, St Kilda or Hawthorn?
Who was the better team?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Can I have a nil or draw?
Yeah, so St Kilda being the better team.
St Kilda are the better team, but I don't believe in them at all.
Yeah. So St Kilda got beaten by 38 points by Melbourne on the weekend.
Which St Kilda were pretty good after a 9-goal-to-1 start.
Yeah.
But when you're down by 9 goals, who gives a shit?
Ed Langdon had 39 possessions.
Yep.
Now we've just agreed that Hawthorn's the worst team, but they only lost to them by 10 points to the Bees.
Yep.
Ed Langdon was tagged that game on the wing.
Yeah, that's fair.
He had 9 possessions. They only won by 10 points.
Yeah, Jesus, that's a fair turnaround, isn't it?
That is a fair turnaround.
Pick up an extra cheeky 30 touches on week.
Yeah, but
That's huge.
Is that fair to say that he's might need to be the most important player on that star-studded team?
I think I'll accept that he could be potentially the most important. I'm not willing to admit it yet, but I think for now I'm willing to put it out there that he could be. I'll accept the top 3 at worst.
Can I say another thing on top of that?
Of course you can.
We love a man that wears the long sleeves.
We do love a sleeve.
And he wears it well.
He does wear it well.
He does. And the hair combination, the long hair with the headband.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair.
It's got to be up there.
It's quite a good looking look.
Max Gorn, short sleeves, no hair.
Yeah.
No, next.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, and
But on that though, I would like to see at some point if Melbourne could just bring in a retro jersey or an alternate jersey with a bit of red down the sleeve.
yeah.
Just give us a bit of something. A bit of a stripy sleeve for him. Even just a one hoop. Just give him something.
Yeah, something interesting. I
Just
like it.
something for purely him.
Maybe in the Indigenous round, see how they rebranded.
I did.
I like
it. I like it. Good.
I do like that. Okay, we're getting off topic here.
We do that a lot.
My other point from my beloved Cats is Cats youth. In
The
particular,
retirement home has youth.
in particular,
Whew, that's
in
huge.
particular, one man, Sam DeConey.
Yep. You have been
Now-
big on him.
I did send you a message on the weekend telling you one stat, didn't I?
You did.
Most contested defensive one-on-one marks in the whole competition. Now, he only played one game of football last year. He played forward.
Yep, that was stupid.
Yep, so he's coming in basically into a fresh role,
Yep.
playing his first couple of games at full back. He's playing the biggest stars.
Yep.
Now, I was looking before, he's $81 for the Rising Star. Can you tell
Yep.
me, he was like 20th
No, that's
best.
fair.
Are you telling me he's the 20th best person in the race for Rising Star this year?
Absolutely not.
He
No, that's fair. You make a very good point there.
He has been great. He didn't start the season off great. I've obviously watched him pretty closely.
Yes, that's
there was a few weeks at the start where he was getting outrun and they were just leading all over him. But that's to be expected from a young full back to play in the best competition
Yeah, no, that's
in the
fair.
country. You don't expect him to be outrun and outled.
Yeah. no.
Recently, in the last couple of weeks, he's been excellent. Kept Himmelberg to 0 goals on the weekend. Yes, they only kicked 4, but
Yes, Donny Himmelberg.
yes, it's only Himmelberg, but can't remember who he first the week before, but they didn't do much either.
No, a week before, surely. What did they play? Week before was Freo, they got smoked.
Yeah, Lob didn't do anything.
Yeah, no one did really, was it? It was low scoring affair, 69,
Yeah.
66, I reckon. No, my point to that though, with you saying that surely he's not a top 20 prospect, and I think it actually comes down to it, and there's a bit of value there in that market, because what it comes down to isn't who's going to be the best player long term. It's quite often, it's another midfielder's award, but it's who catches the eye. And your fullback who does his job doesn't catch your eye.
Exactly.
And it's a lot like how currently the odds Nick Dacos is the favourite, but he hasn't been amazing, but that's just because the hype was so good. If someone had got picked up later in the draft and done exactly what he's done, would be hyping him up as a rising star.
John Newcomb.
John Newcomb, yeah.
He was going to be my point this week, but I decided to go with Eddie Langan.
Yep.
Another thing about Sam DeConey, 204 centimetres from a full back. That is exciting.
1 of 10 kids,
Yes, 1 in 10 kids.
and not even the best footballer in his family.
I was actually going to say that. Who has more potential, Tom or Sam?
Tom.
Tom.
The way Tom runs and jumps at the ball, more potential. Played a very good game in the ruck on the weekend too. Competed well.
It'll be good to see them go up against each
It
other.
will. Hopefully we don't have to wait as long as we do for Harry and Ben.
No,
Gee, that's killing me.
but yeah.
But no, in saying that, just off topic, but Tom DeConey, big month for him with pitting it out, needs to step up, and this will be a really, not a career-defining patch of footy, but it will be in the way he progresses. Like, does he become that permanent ruckman, or is he going to be a hybrid forward ruck? We'll know more in a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Before we move on, I've got
Yep.
one topic that springs to mind from the weekend.
Go for it.
Jack Ginnivan is being talked about again.
Oh,
Loves him, hates him. Cannot stand him.
cheers to him.
If he wants to come on the show,
Hey.
I will.
Bring him on any day.
He comes on, I'll make my mind in person what he's like. But
No, but stop. What is, before you continue at all, and this is why you've got to love him. What is sport? It's entertainment. And what is he? Fucking entertaining. He is immensely entertaining. Love him or hate him, you must watch him. Simple as that. Everyone knows who he is. He's played, what, 8 games? 9 games?
Corns doesn't mention him, he doesn't think he brought to light. Okay, moving on to the point. Ryan Mansell, I think his name is, from Richmond. You saw the incident with the forearm?
Yep.
Can you give me your thoughts on it, and I'll give you my thoughts on it?
My thoughts on the incident, or my thoughts on it as a whole?
As a whole, because I can look at it in many different lights.
I look at it, there's a few things it reflects on for me. One is it reflects on Dimmer as a coach, and that he was a dirty footballer and he stands for dirty football. Damien
Hardwick, just on that, every time his players, they've got to be the most undisciplined team we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And
they just get away with it because they've won plays.
Yeah. And they've been dirty. And that's one of my segments later. I do have something to say about that. But so he always goes in the bat, and how often are they in the right?
But that's how he was as a footballer. That's not a big statement to make here. That's how they are. To me, I don't like it. It's a bad look. We're taking all these bumps out of the game. We're doing all this to reduce the risk of concussion, basically. And here you are, you've got someone face down on the ground getting hit in the back of the head. It's cheap, and it's after a bloody siren, so nothing can be done about it umpires-wise. You do that in country footy, you get a broken jaw.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So for that to get a week, when he went twice, it wasn't just once, he went twice at it, for a week, that's wrong. You're giving weeks out for bumps where people are trying to protect themselves, but also kind of, in the wrong. That's a deliberate act. Yeah. You can't tell me it's only a week.
But what do you got? What did Ginnivan do to spark that? That Ginnivan's he's got to have done something there.
So then, are you saying
he should have had the
broken jaw? I'm going to accelerate it. Are you willing to say then that Brett Staker deserved to get punched by Barry Hall because he was holding him? So he did something. You can't. You just can't hit a bloke.
We'll move on from that one.
No, you can't hit a bloke.
We're never going to agree on this bloke, so we'll move on. So
I can just retell it.
Where do we want to go next with our next segment?
You've got the run sheet. What do you got for me?
So I reckon we jump straight into our next tier that is by a number one man.
The tiers?
And you can talk and tell us about Mitch's tiers.
Tiers. Simple thing. We've always got the ladder, but that's not a true reflection of where we're at. People play against shit sides, people play against good sides. The challenges will come when you get a good side. For example, Melbourne, undefeated, won't get a challenge until they face Carlton in round 22. They'd love that game to be in a couple of weeks so they can really see where they're at. Not the Blues, we know where we're at. So, each week this will be a rolling segment, and each week we'll adjust it, and hence setting it out for the first week. But, as we can see, because it's the first week they'll get a mention. But not getting another mention after this week. Eagles and North, they're done. Don't need to talk about them again. They're not playing finals. They're not in the conversation. Don't need them. Not much time left on the list. If we move up one tier. Got 3 teams on this tier. Tiers, can be however they want. They can be one team. They can be 10 teams. There's no pyramid thing to it. It's just however they fit. So, not much time left on the list. Meaning, these 3 teams don't have long left until they're out of finals contention and off the list. Once you're out of finals, then you're done. Not on the list. Giants, Dons, Crows. Giants, missing Toby too early. Season's over before he even started. The Dons...
He is a star though, Toby.
Yeah.
He's a star.
He's a star. Love it. Entertainer.
We're big Toby fans.
And you know what he had a lot earlier in his career? A lot of the Jackie Ginnivans about him. There's a lot of it about him.
He isn't as much of a flog, but we'll continue.
People would argue he is.
Yeah.
But they're done. The Dons, we're getting up and about because they beat a shit team. They made a comeback against the Hawks. Why are you in that position? You're no good.
I'm going to say something. You did...
I am high on the Hawks.
You were saying about 4 or 5 weeks ago, Hawks finals. They can't be too bad a team then, Mitch.
I'm still high on the Hawks, but I'm just saying you haven't beaten Melbourne. It's not a great comeback win. It's not a win for the ages. You've won your 2nd game of the year. Good job.
I'm just going to say something. I was at the pub on the weekend. Geez, the Essendon fans are annoying, listening to them.
They're unbelievably annoying. And look at it, they've beaten the Hawks and the Crows.
Nothing.
Whew. And then the other team, the Crows, they played the Blues. They were plucky in the last quarter, but the game was dead. Yeah. A couple of bright spots in their team. We love us some Joshua Shelley.
Yeah, we do.
But all in all, they're done.
Do you know who else we love from there?
Who else do we love?
Ben Keys.
We do love Ben Keys.
I would love to see Ben Keys in sleeves.
Now, mind you, being a Carlton supporter, I love that Ben Keys kept doing these ones on the weekend. He kept getting his arms out. Got a free kick, paid 50 metres off the ball because he was asking why it wasn't a free kick. It's fantastic. Love to see it. Next one up. They're still on the list. The title is done because they're done. They cannot win the flag, but they're still on the tiers because they will probably come close to making finals. If not, this will be something that is talked about for the next 10 weeks, and that is the Dogs. They are far from where they should be.
Yep.
Pressure's going to come on Beveridge. Has to. You're 6 years removed from a flag. Pressure has to come. Lost the grand final last year. They fronted up again this year thinking they were in a good spot for it. And it has been utter terrible. You put Marcus Bontempelli down as rested. He wasn't listed as out injured. Why is he rested?
He's like 24, 25 years old. He doesn't need to be arrested. That is shocking.
Are you resting him against... So are you going in there saying, we've got Port covered. Easy win, we can rest him? Or is he carrying something? And if he is, admit it.
Yeah.
Admit that he hurt his ankle in round 1, he hasn't been right since. Because he shouldn't have played the last 6 weeks if it was the case. That's why it's rested.
Star player. You've got enough stars in that midfield that you don't need to be playing in.
No.
Get him right.
No, he's averaging 18 touches this year. If Paddy Cripps did that last year, we crucified him.
Yep. Move on.
Comment theme here. So next tier, got 2 teams in it. It's plucky. Are they going to make finals? Probably not. But if they do, it'd be a good story to see them get there. They're exciting. The Suns and the Hawks. Both of them have aspects that we like. Both of them have very, very bad things. Both concede a lot of goals very quickly.
Yes, they do.
Hawks played great first 3 quarters. Gave it all away. Against Carlton, played great 3 quarters. Gave it away in the first. The Suns. Huge stat on the Suns here. So talking goal-kicking duos for the year. You know, up the top you've got your boys.
Yep, and you got your
And
boys.
then we've got my boys. Third we've got, this is hilarious though, Tom Lynch and Jack Riewoldt third, with 32 goals between them, and Tom Lynch has kicked 27.
Has Rigo only kicked 5 this year?
He has. He's missed a couple,
Oh my.
but it's kind of slid under the radar that he can't get a kick.
This is his last season. It's got to be.
Depends how they go. But then, fourth, and this is huge, not talked about at all, Gold Coast Suns, Levi Casbolt and Mabior Chol. 2 pickups. Levi, 31 years old, listed by my Blues, playing out of his skin. Doing his role. We move up. So, next year. Elimination loss at best. So, 2, maybe 3 of these teams make finals. But at best case scenario, they get beat the first week. That is the Tigers, the Pies and the Saints.
Saints. You'd off them.
Elimination loss at best. They're not going to win an elimination final. They're not going to finish top 4.
Yeah.
So to win an elimination final or make the top 4,
They have been ordering last couple
you have
of
to tell them. So for that to happen though, you have to be in the top 6 teams in the league. They're not a top 16. When your best forward can't kick straight, in the biggest moments, how can I trust you? Dan Butler's gone down injured. Can't trust him. Tigers, enough said. Pies, again, showing glimpses, but they're a project. They weren't meant to be up there this year. They're playing well. Again, I think every Pies fan would be happy with where they're at right now. Now, next tier. 4th highest tier. We've only got 6 teams left. Hence, why I don't believe the Saints win a final. Not the top 6 teams. Not sure what I get. That's the label. Not sure what I get. The Swans and the Cats. Because I don't know what I get. I get absolutely brilliant one week.
Game plan change. Game plan change.
Yeah. And I get pitiful and can't score. And it applies to both of them. Because both of them can play fast flowing footy that's brilliant. And they can play really slow painful football where they try to win a game with 9 goals.
Yeah.
And we're seeing more and more of these swings where teams kick 5, 6, 7 goals in a row. And if you're aiming to kick 9 goals for the game, your defence has to play under pressure for a lot of that. And yeah, DeConing's playing great for the Cats down back. But can he do it every week of a final series?
Yeah.
For every minute?
Yeah, it will be interesting.
Because I'm shocked that you guys are such a low scoring team when you have the number 1 scoring duo.
Yeah, it is.
You need midfield goals. You need them. Moving up. 3rd tier. Teams 3 and 4 on the list. Young and fun. they mightn't win anything. That's okay. Freo and the Blues. Young and fun.
Yeah.
When the Blues are good, it's good for the league. It's been a long time. It's good for the league. The buzz was there after the first 3 weeks, then we dropped. And the buzz is back.
Yeah,
The buzz is back.
will DeConing keep this form though? Will he be able to keep it every week? Because we've seen how bad you are with that pit net. Is DeConing the answer? Is he going to be able to keep up for the next 10 weeks while pit net's out?
I don't think he has to. I think he has to break even. He doesn't have to be the champion. I think quite simply, Cripps and Co are good enough, and you would have seen on the weekend, they're good enough even if we don't win the hit-out count. We didn't win the hit-out count yesterday, but they're good enough to just shark it, feed. Kennedy, a bull this year, can't underestimate that. And Chera's polish going inside 50, unbelievable.
Yeah,
he was so good yesterday.
He was good yesterday, and I know you haven't been behind.
I haven't been behind him. I didn't see the need.
Yeah, and I was watching, and I was very tempted to message you, Mitch.
Should have.
I was very tempted. I said, yep, this is where you were wrong.
I still want to see what happens when Hewitt comes back into the team.
Yes.
Because if Hewitt comes back in, someone else's midfield minutes get killed.
You know Hewitt still has the most centre clearances in the league at the moment?
Yep.
Huge.
And there's another stat though. So that's Carlton. We love some Blues. Also, Sam Walsh yesterday didn't even get the 30. Bit rough. Don't know what's going on there, Sam. It's not a week.
Oh, Sam Walsh. Love him as a guest.
Oh, just love him as a person. We'll get back to Cripper
He'll be
later.
back to Geelong.
We'll talk about some Cripper later on because Cripper and Charlie are going to be in the news later. But Freo, young and fun. If there's not a team that's young and fun that isn't Freo, I don't want to hear it.
Good.
They were younger on average and have played less games on average than North Melbourne, who they played on the weekend.
Oh, North. North.
They were on average 6 months young, like their total average age was 6 months younger and about 10 games less.
Yeah, jeez.
And if that doesn't tell you that North are cooked, nothing does. And if that doesn't tell you that they're young and exciting, nothing does. Obviously, Gosua bring Fife back in, and will he run defensively? Hasn't been a strong point of his game. We'll see. But I'm excited. Now, number one contender. I'm not going to spend too much time on this bit because this is stock standard 1 and 2 for the last month, and it will be for the next month. Brisbane Lions. Played in the rain, took care of business. McStay going down does hurt. Because this was his chance to make himself an extra couple 100k and get a nice buffer from a Victorian club.
Especially with Danaher out.
Danaher out, Hipwood a couple of weeks away. It was his turn to step up and be like, hey, Victorian clubs, 5-year deal, 600 grand, pay me too much money. Which I still think you'll get 600, but I wouldn't pay it. I'd be devastated if we did.
Charlie Cameron and Zach Bailey shoot up the Colin ladder now.
Absolutely, they have to. Favourite will be D's. Looking really, really good. That's all I've got. Any arguments? Any objections to the tiers?
Nothing from me. I've said my things throughout.
Good.
We'll keep rolling. So, next segment, my segment, the rolling All-Australian. We love an All-Australian team and we love it being done properly.
Oh, we love some controversy.
Especially the wingers. They need to be done right, and we have done that right here.
All right.
And there will be controversy here. I know Mitch is going to disagree big time with on the Coles, but I have stats to back it up. Okay, starting from my full back line. Tom Stewart, lock and load. Stephen May at full back. Look at his stats. Look at his team he's on. Just move on. Sam Dockey, the other back pocket, he's been brilliant. Okay, our back flanks are Short and Sicily. Both been outstanding. But Short's been the midfield lately, so we'll see what happens there.
Ooh, one big team of defender, is that what you're trying to say?
We'll wait and see.
Selecting in their true positions, I like it.
And now the controversy. Half back, Sam Taylor. Do you have a problem with that? Do you think Wiedering should... I'll just give away something. Wiedering is on my bench at the moment. Do you reckon Wiedering has been better than Sam Taylor this year?
Yes. Because Sam Taylor's unreal. But you look at where his team is, you can be a great one-on-one defender. But if you're not the leader and rallying the troops, no point.
So I've got 3 stats that I feel that are very key to a backman's position. We love a spoil. Who doesn't love a spoil?
Bang!
Taylor versus Wiedering. He's up 64-49 this year.
Yep. A lot more balls coming in.
Yep. Contested one-on-one losses. They both had the same amount of contests this year.
Yep.
Sam Taylor has lost 3 this year.
Yep.
Wiedering has lost 9.
Okay. I'm happy for you guys what you want.
Yep.
What I'd like to throw to you is, so we've got it recorded. He's had 3 one-on-one losses up to this point. Check back in what that number is after next week.
We will have a look at that.
Because you know who plays next week?
Gold Coast? Nah, he's versing the Blues. We'll
So if he's going to take Harry or Charlie, let's see how many one-on-ones he gives him.
well, Hawkins did struggle with him, and it happened in the past.
He's a strong boy. Can't argue he's not a great footballer, but Wiedering's just...
Sam Taylor...
Wiedering's done very well.
We were talking last week. Underrated footballers.
Very, very underrated.
I'm going to change my answer to Sam Taylor.
Yeah, no, that's very good call.
Nowhere near as enough recognition. And another one that another key thing, intercept possessions. So I got the averages because it couldn't be a lot by looking for anything else.
That's fair.
8.9 for Sam Taylor per game. Wiedering 6.8.
Yeah, no,
They're close, but I'm going to put Sam Taylor on my team for now.
No, I like you. You've done your research on it.
Yep, thank you. And then we're going to go to our wings. The wings are the most important part of every team. They're the backbone, they're the wicket keeper, they're the drummer.
Exactly. They're the hard worker without the recognition.
Exactly. And we'll talk about wingers later on in the potty as well, but...
Yep.
I'm sick of this All-Australian stuff where it's 2 wingmen, 2 centres. Let's get real wingmen on there, give them what they deserve.
Yeah, I get you.
Ed Langdon on one wing.
Yep.
Been nothing short of brilliant. And Hugh McCloggey's on the other wing.
Can't argue it.
Brilliant.
Should have had 4 All-Australians under his belt by now.
Yep, brilliant. Pat Cripps in the centre. We don't need to talk anymore about him. On my half-forward flanks, I've got the 2 Brisbane boys in Zach Bailey and Charlie Cameron.
Love it.
Love it. Kerner, my centre half.
Mate, envision that for me. Just take a minute to envision that in a game.
Yeah.
You got Charlie flying with Charlie at the feet. Zach Bailey just flying by. That's exciting.
Okay, at me, full forward pocket will go first because I'm you know what I'm like. I like everyone being in the set positions, but I've put 2 keys in the forward line.
Because you couldn't split your young boys?
No.
Oh.
Isaac hanging in the forward pocket.
Yep. Playing unreal football.
Tom Hawkins, yes, he's equal 3rd or 4th in the Coleman.
Yeah, 3rd.
But he's smashing goal assist.
He is.
We need someone that's also there going to dish it out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, cool. You can get as many goals as you want, but if you can't give it to your teammates, what's your purpose? Move on. As much as it pains me to do, and he won't be here at the end of the year, Tom Lynch. I hate to do it. But yeah. Okay, now
What's that, 14 goals in 2 weeks?
Yeah, we've never seen anything like it, but he will stop this form, will stop, or he will punch someone in the head, and he'll be gone for it.
Yeah, lacks the discipline.
As many of them do over there at the Tiger Land.
That's it.
Okay, my ruck, Maxi Gawn will depend for the next few weeks what happens with his injury.
Go.
I told you this last week, he's the GOAT. But I reckon I've got Witts on my bench. Jared Witts needs to play.
Witts has been playing very good footy.
He needs to play at least 2 great games of footy to get on top of Gawn for me this year.
Yeah, and it is the rolling that will roll.
Yeah, it will roll.
And realistically, so as you're saying with Gawn's injury, he's been off for scans. Do you even bother? If it comes back even clean, do you even bother? They're playing West Coast.
You're resting this week.
Mate, you'd rest 15 of their players and they'll still win by 50 points.
Yeah, you're resting this week. That's as much as it pains me, Supercoach, you rest him, but you need to know now how long term it is.
Supercoach needs to know, you mean?
Yeah, Supercoach needs to know.
You get to that.
Lockie Neal and Andy Brayshaw's my 2 rovers.
You can't argue it.
Can't argue. Bench, Jacob Wiedering, Jared Witts.
Yep.
And then Clayton Oliver.
Yes.
Playing a king, but
he's getting better.
He's getting better and he gets enough of the ball. I read some stat on him today and just, yep. And Shy Bolton.
Yes.
He's been brilliant. It was very hard.
He's been very, very good.
It was a Zach Bailey or Shy Bolton toss-up, and I just went for Zach Bailey.
No, that's fair.
I was looking at the stats, and there is not much between them 2. I thought Shy was all over him, but he's very close. And I'm going to have to give it to Zach Bailey just because he's on a better team at the moment.
That's exactly it.
And he was in the team last week, and it pains me to take him out, but Ben Keys is my medical sub for this week.
Oh, medical sub.
I've got a medical sub, Mitchie.
I like it. Got to sneak him in somehow.
Got to sneak him in. And emergency Brad Close.
Just for the sleeves.
Just for the sleeves. We need someone that can wear the sleeves for us.
So what were the rolling changes from this week to last week?
There wasn't many changes coming on my team from last week. I didn't make a team last week because this was the first week of the potty.
Oh, that's all right.
We'll do
Put you on the spot there.
Start doing the changes when it comes further. But one that has happened, definitely, Sam Taylor has come on the field this week.
I know another change has actually occurred.
Wits.
Yeah, Wicks has come in. Jeremy Cameron's gone out.
That was a few weeks ago.
No, you were big on him last week.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was the week before that. And he would probably still be in there if it wasn't for some grub named Tom Lynch. We'll talk about grubs later on. Okay.
No love lost there.
Top fives. Okay, so we're both gonna. Have you made your top five for the week?
I've got my top five.
Okay, we've both made our round top five. We haven't told each other what it is. We're gonna say our top five topic, and the other player has to guess who the other person's put in it. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I reckon mine's a pretty simple topic, so I might go first.
Sure, go for it.
Top five captains in the league.
Well, jokes up. It's got to be up there.
Yeah, got him fifth.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't rate him as a bloke.
Great football. Max.
Didn't say he wasn't a great
Max
footballer.
King. Max Gorn's got to be number one.
Max is the one who's number one.
Now, have you got Cripsy in there?
Yeah.
So you've got Cripsy in there. Probably shouldn't be there. Should be right. Move on.
Shouldn't be in there. 30 and 3 each week, mate.
Are we going on captaincy or how they play?
I'm going on captaincy as in Maxi Gorn, great leader.
Great.
Paddy Cripps, different kind of leader, get on me back. Boys, I'll carry you to the promised land. Selwood, we got fifth. He is, boys, watch what I do on goal here. Ball's there, I'm getting it. Do as I
Go
do.
hard, boys.
So then the other two?
So wait, one would have to be Scott Pendlebury.
Yeah, got him in at fourth just for the brains.
Yep. And who have you? Because I could say someone that I think there should be in there, and I know you disagree because I haven't had a great start. But I did see a film of him last year, the way he was getting his boys up after a tough start. That's Dyson Heppel.
Yeah, Dyson Heppel isn't in there at all.
Who have you got?
I've got Nat Fife. Jet.
Yeah, I've never rated him as captain.
But much like Cripper, just, boys, get on me back. I'll take you to the promised land. You can't have Dyson Heppel in there. Realistically, if he was at another club, would he be in their best 22 right now? They're not playing finals this year. They need to start looking to the future. Is Dyson Heppel the person to lead that club?
Luke Hodge-like, I think.
Yeah, it would be Luke Hodge-like if he went to another club and became a leader, like Luke Hodge did at Brisbane.
Okay. My top five. We love a wingman. Top five wingman in the league. True wingman this is.
True wingman?
True wingman. So we obviously know 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Well, 1, Ed Langdon. Number 2, you're going to have Hugh McCluggage.
Yep.
Now, just a reminder, I'm guessing his top 5, not the top 5. I'm guessing his top 5. So he will also have Blake Acres in there.
I don't have Blake Acres in there.
Thought he would have definitely been in there.
Nah, he was very unlucky.
That's stiff. That's alright, we'll get to it.
I feel he's underrated, but I just rate the bloke at 5. He just pushes him out.
That's alright. So Sam Walsh is in there. Has to be.
I don't think he's a true wingman.
What do you mean? What else is he?
He plays midfield. If he was a true wingman, he'd be at number 1.
I'll bring it to you for next week. I'll bring you percentage centre bounce attendances of your top 5 versus Sammy Walsh. Because I don't think he's a centre. I don't think he takes the bounces. He's a workhorse.
He is a workhorse. And I was thinking about this when I built the list. He would probably sort of, I love Sam Walsh, but he would probably sit as 2 for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I rate Langdon highly.
Yeah, that's fair. I was only putting Walsh in as the 3.
Yep, so who else do you think I've got in there?
Oh, you're going to have Mitch Duncan, surely.
He isn't playing wing. He hasn't had a great start.
He hasn't. I was just thinking like 5 hasn't played this year, but you know, when you're as good as you are, you build a bit of reputation up.
Yep. He is a great footballer, but I'm going off form this year.
Form this year. And
That's-
Freo were, third on the ladder, second on the ladder, and you haven't got their best wingman in the game.
We'll move on from that.
I'm looking at your top two, and you've got Brisbane's best wingman, you've got Melbourne's best wingman. Then you look at next team down's Freo, you haven't got theirs. You go to next team down's Carlton, you haven't got theirs.
Would you like me to tell you the rest of the list?
I would.
Jordan Dawson at 3.
Not a wingman.
Ooh,
Carved us up yesterday. Not a wingman.
not a wingman.
Halfback flank. An unreal halfback flank.
I'll put him in the wing. We'll have a look at them stats throughout the week, but I've got him at
We
my
will.
3. At 4, you said a couple of weeks ago the greatest wingman you've ever seen play the game. He's been brilliant this year as well. Doesn't get the recognition. Isaac Smith.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair.
He's been brilliant.
That's fair.
And my number 5.
I stand by my call, though. That's a great call about Isaac Smith. He's fantastic.
From Sydney.
From Sydney.
Yeah.
Who you gone?
McInerney.
Oh, don't rate him.
Don't rate him.
Sorry if you're watching, mate, but don't rate ya.
Don't rate him. See, I love him. He was in the multi a few weeks ago and got that touch with 5 minutes left and won it for me. Love him.
I can't help it. I like exciting football, and I can't help but think the Swans are boring. They've been boring for 20 years. Buddy went up there, and somehow, outside of Buddy and Heaney, Chapman Warner's got a bit of something about him. The rest of it, just boring. They're just boring. And if that's what a good team is, then that's a good team. And they each just fall into their role. But they're boring.
Okay, we'll move on from that.
Go on then.
Let's talk Supercoach, shall we?
Top 12% on the weekend. Big week for me.
Top 12%.
Starting to turn it back up.
So,
Still putting the loss, but...
yeah,
What's top
I
12%?
wasn't great this week. I was top 15%.
Oh, did I beat you?
You bet me this week.
What was your score?
This
is huge.
I've dropped 421 ranks this week. I'm down outside the top 1,000. I'm a very good Supercoach player, as
I am not.
I'm 1,363rd overall at the moment. And we'll look at my team.
Yeah, so what'd you go on the weekend?
Let's get that up again. I went 2-2-4-3.
2-2-5-6.
Yeah, good job.
Bang!
Bang.
That's huge.
Love it.
Mark it down. The one time all year that'll happen.
Okay, let's go through my team. And I'll tell you what my future plans are. Okay, Tom Stewart, rest of the year. Doherty, rest of the year. Short, rest of the year.
Yep.
Hewitt, rest of the year.
Yep.
Dacos is going to stay there until his bye, has the last round bye. Friendly, he'll stay there.
Yep.
Gibkiss is an interesting one. He was a keeper until buys, but this week he's shown me that maybe the next 2 or 3 weeks he might be looking to go out, depending on...
Strange to say that. He scored 66 on the weekend. His average is 66. He is what he is. That's true to his form.
Yeah, but we'll look at the couple of weeks before that, he went 102 and 79, and that's what everyone's like, he's playing a different role, we'll get around him. Okay, we'll move on from him. Paddy McCartan. Jeez, it's good to see this bloke back.
Good to see him play footy. Played pretty well on the weekend
He
too.
did, 94 points.
Yeah.
We'd love to see that. He will be there on the bench sitting there, accumulating.
No, I got rid of him weeks ago.
Yep, well, that is unlucky for you because he's going to go up another 15,000. He'll be in 300,000 this week.
That's not an issue for me at all. I have 700k sitting there.
Yep. Sam DeConing.
Yeah, you love using Sam McConey?
Yep, he will continue to sit there with a 6 break even and keep making money. Okay, midfield, Neil, Oliver, Steele, McRae, Took, Cripps. Comfortable will be my top 6 midfielders.
So, can I just interject on that?
Jack Steele, I know what you're going to say.
Well, one, we need to check it. Where is he ranking?
He is ranking.
Get it up. Is he currently top 10 in the league?
He's 12th.
There we go. Not top 10.
Poor game.
Now, I have been saying this all season, and I'll say it all season long. Jack Steele will not finish top 10 Supercoach midfielders or top 10 Supercoach players, however you want to look at it, because quite simply, Jack Steele is not top 10.
Okay, we'll move
Simple
on
as
from
that.
that.
But that actually wasn't what I was going. You give all your love to your boy Ben Keys, and you don't have him in your Supercoach team.
I saw you got him this week and I'm jealous. But
Yeah, I picked him up, and he had a nice little 100 against the Blues.
yeah,
Pretty hard to get more than that against a great team.
yeah. See, I love my players, but when it comes to Supercoach, I'm not a biased man.
Not a biased man. Says the man who's loaded up on Geelong. Defenders.
Yeah, 2 Geelong players. Stewart, you got to have, and Koenig as a rookie.
Hey, I'm not a biased man either. I've only got 6 Blues in my team. It's
Exactly.
okay.
Luke Parker brought in this week. Started like a house on fire. Didn't have a great second half. He will move to my forward line later on when I have movement for it.
I'll put it out there. Has there been a footballer who's felt like he's been around forever, longer than Luke Parker? I reckon 10 years ago he felt like he'd been playing for 20 years.
So that's me with Nick Nui. I feel like he's been around forever.
Yeah, they've been around forever. I'm sorry, I'm not bringing him in. I just don't trust Sydney enough to know enough about him.
Okay, I brought in Jack Carroll this week as my midfielder.
Brought him in before the game or after the game?
Fourth.
Good boy.
I was going to go with Clark, but Clark was out, so I did not do that. On my bench...
Carroll recovered well too. 0 touches in the first quarter.
Yeah, he...
Recovered well. Found his feet in the game.
I reckon he should keep a spot. You'd hope. He
will.
He's great in the second. I watched the second half and he was good. Okay, Ward, McDonald, they're just sitting there. Slow burns. What can you do? Ben Hobbs. Shocking start to the first 2-3 games he played.
Yep.
Brings out 93.
Yep. And what did he get you? Nothing.
He will
make you some money.
He'll make some money. That's what I'm happy that he's going to start making some money.
No, just a little quick shout out there, my bottom midfielder, Cooper. Keep it going.
We got Gorn as my R1, and this is a good talking point for this week. I would spend more time, but I'm just introducing you as my team this week. Max Gorn, depending on what happens this week with injury, we did say we think he'll be arrested this week. I have bench cover for him. If it's any more than 3 weeks, I'll look to downgrade to Wits. Mine?
Downgrade to Wits. I brought Wits in last week instead of Max Gorn. I had the option and I thought I'd save the extra cash.
Yeah, that's fair enough for a team like yours.
Mind you, I do need to look like I need to get rid of Hugh Dixon because if you're not getting a game in front of waffle players, then something's wrong.
Yep. Braden Bruce, jeez, has he been good this year?
I'm loving him. He's my number 2. Happy as.
He will sit there until probably around 15, 16 for me.
That's why get rid of him? I'm happy with him. He's a happy little veg. He might just scoring me 90s or 100s.
He'll be the last player on my team. Sam Hayes on the bench, 98 on the weekend.
Played very well.
Very well. Okay, forward line, didn't have a great week at all. I was looking at it. Dunkley, Heaney, not great weeks. They'll be there in the year.
Yep, I agree. Got them both.
Will Brody, it depends.
Hasn't he been something?
He has.
What a find.
Great pickup, but it is going to look what happens with him. It's who I have as other options in the forward to see what I do. Cogs, another very interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I have down forward to choose from if I have trades left. I do have 22. I did save them early and I'm just spending them like a madman at the moment. Zach Butters, is he killing me at the moment?
Told you.
I am looking to maybe jump off this week.
Zachy boy, there's your call out. You got to lift. You want to stick around, you got to lift. Simple as that.
They do have North on the week though. North on the weekend, and I don't know what to do.
They're just as likely to come out and get beaten by North.
Yeah,
you just don't know what you're going to get from Port
I'm not
Adelaide.
going to tell you anything to do with him. Make your own decision. I don't know what to do with this man. Nick Martin.
Mate.
He's been the best rookie this year.
Can't argue. Happy days.
Now, a trigger-happy trade I made a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I've made a few of them.
2 minutes before the game, I was sitting there. Roses had been... Do you jump up and turn that off?
Yeah, I might. That's rather annoying.
It is. This will all be sorted out by next week.
That's it. Growing pains. And it's important just to take a break and have a CC.
Sponsorship, if you would like. What were you saying before about the ugly sweater that you would like?
Oh, if they want to, CC, if you want to send me an ugly sweater, go for it. I would be happy to accept an ugly sweater. Your winter ugly sweater range coming into winter too. Probably the time you drop that promotion.
That is annoying, but we will continue. Bo McCreary. Jeez.
Oh, that's a terrible trade.
1-4. When him instead of Roses because Roses was out.
And that's not even that bad because I picked up Roses and he was absolutely terrible on the weekend.
McCreary is out this week. Hugh Dixon. We'll move on from Hugh Dixon. But this week I'm looking Rioli. You've got to bring in Rioli this week. Is he something else? Does he have the most potential out of any Rioli in the league at the moment?
Has to.
He is incredible.
Has to. The thing that showed me was I was watching a bit of the over the weekend, and that is how far he comes from behind to get someone.
Oh,
And it's not like he's putting on a chase, because anyone can chase, but he's coming from 50 metres back, going past 3 opposition blokes and 3 of his teammates to affect it. And twice he got there, affected it, got the free kick, and both times his teammates took advantage to either kick the goal or set up a goal from what he was doing. Neither time did he actually get the reward or the kick for it. Team football, that's what we love.
and another person that I know you already have, he's your boy. You did teach him, Coop Hamilton. He's a local boy around these areas.
Me boy.
But I don't know if I'm going to bring him in. It pains me to not bring him in, but I'm thinking I might not bring him in.
Break even, -63. You're going to make me $56,000 this week. As long as he hits his projection of 62. He's averaging 61.5.
If he gets a game this week, I'll bring him in.
They've got no reason not to play him. They're not playing finals.
It's GWS. We do not trust them.
Mind you, he is playing the Blues this week. You wouldn't want to bring anyone in to play the Blues.
Yep, we'll balled out, be down there a bit. And did you see his chase down tackling my boy Brad Close? Yeah, that was good.
That was good. I know one trade this week. I'm going to try and save a couple of them.
How many you got left?
18.
Oh,
But I've got 700k sitting there.
yeah.
So once we get to them buys, bang, 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 premiums all around. I'm pretty happy with how it's all looking.
Okay. Now we're going to have a look at the updates on some odds.
That is a great call.
Oh yeah, I've got Sportsbet on my computer too.
Yep.
If anyone was wondering, I am 19 by the way.
He only looks 12.
This is why I can Sportsbet and have a beer.
Charlie Curran out at $7 and Tom Hawkins at 6. Little money on each of them wouldn't go astray.
Not at all.
You'd think they're better. You'd be getting better than 6 to 1 or 7 to 1 odds for one of the two of them to win it. What do you got for me, boss?
Okay, so just a random segment this week that I was just thinking. So it's an hour drive for me down to here for Bendigo for uni. So I'm just thinking on the way down. Grubs from each team.
Grubs.
So I've done 17, excluding Geelong, because I'm not going to call any.
No, that's fair. It's pretty hard to narrow it down. There's that many to choose from.
Okay,
I'd have trouble too.
Okay, so Adelaide. There's actually one team that I haven't called a grub. I haven't called a grub for this one team. I couldn't find any.
Well, I'm ready to hotly debate this. This isn't going to be a skim and miss. This is going to be hard hitting.
Tex, grub.
Hard hitting.
Grub. Zorko, grub.
Grub.
Jack Silvani, grub.
Love him. Love what he stands for.
Grub.
I'll allow it.
Gitterman, grub.
Oh, the greatest grub.
The greatest grub.
Makes grub a thing to be praised.
It's grub and Gitterman.
Oh, mate.
It's
Gitterman and Tony. Don't give me that.
The next bloke, I don't know why I think he's a grub, but he's a grub for some reason. Dylan Shield.
Yeah, grub.
Grub. Freo. I don't have anyone as a grub from Freo.
Schultz is a grub.
Oh, we love him.
He's a very good football player.
He's a hometown boy.
I'm not saying we don't love him, but he's a grub.
So I'm not going to call grub.
I am, so I don't think grub's an insult. Grub's a roll.
No, grub's
Every team needs a grub.
GWS. My super coach boy, Bruce. Grub.
Toby Green, the greatest grub.
Toby Green, I'm not going to call him.
He's a grub.
Grub's an insult. My boy Toby.
Grub.
He's a grub, but he's my grub. Collins from Suns. I'm going to call grub. I don't know why, he just gives me grubby vibes.
No, that's fair. He looks like a grub.
Yeah, he's a grub.
Personality probably doesn't match grub, but looks a grub. Especially about that mullet he's got going on at the moment. Definitely looks like a grub.
Yeah. Okay. Hawthorn. Geez, I can name a few grubs in that team. But I reckon probably the biggest grub in the league. James Sicily.
Yeah, grub.
Grub.
We love a grub. I love a grub.
I don't love a grub.
I love a grub.
The next bloke, I don't know why. He is just gives me them grubby vibes. He has done.
Hang on, we've skipped over Geelong.
Hey, I told you to start a segment. I'm not going to say anything about my boys.
Well, I'm quite happily interjecting to go Geelong. The grub is Joel Selwood. He's a grub.
Go for Willa. Goes hard.
Duck. Gets under opposition fans' skins so quickly. That's what a grub is.
You just sad you don't have him.
He's a grub.
He's a great footballer.
That's what this entire list is blokes to get under the opposition's skin.
No, they're scrubs. People don't, they're just dogs, grubs.
That's what I said, Joel Selwood.
Get off it, mate. Jake Weaver. I don't mind him, but he's a grub. I don't know why, he's just a grub.
Yeah, it's from his Adelaide day.
It is from the Adelaide days.
Yeah, grub.
The next bloke, North, you love him as a grub, you hate him. And after I saw the footage of what he did last week, he is a grub.
Oh,
Nick Larkey.
He's a freaking grub.
You're a grub, mate.
He's not a grub I like either. He's a grub I don't like.
Charlie Dixon, grub.
But love watching him play. But grub.
From the Tigers, I could name a few. This bloke does not get called a grub enough. He is king grub. He is one of the grubbiest players of all time, but yet no one calls him a grub. Do you want to tell me who I'm saying?
The thing about that, it would have to be there. You know, you can't touch them. He's, their saint. The one Trent Cotchin.
Trent Cotchin.
Grub.
Grub. You're a grub, mate. Oh, Tex should have hit him harder.
Oh, the kick. If it was anyone else, as Tex said, if it was on the other foot, it would have been suspended. Yeah. And I thought you were going to go with their entire real lineup when you look at it. You go from their coach down. Their coach is a grub.
Yeah, the thing is, Cotchin shouldn't have played in 2 grand finals. He should have been scrapped out.
Grub.
Saints, Zach Jones.
Yeah, Zach hasn't been out there enough. I want to go more of a, Higgins. Sorry. Yeah, Higgins. Yeah.
I'm going to go Jones.
Dan Butler. Less more forward, bit of a grub about him.
Swans, Buddy. He's a grub.
He's not a grub, he's beautiful.
He's a grub.
No.
Some of the things he's done over the year, he's a grub. He's a grub.
Put it in perspective, I sat there a very happy Carlton supporter on the weekend as Charlie Cooner took his 100th goal. To think Buddy'd done that 10 times over was pretty special.
He's good. Okay, West Coast.
No, I'll actually interject there, because you've actually skipped over the Swans' biggest grub. Tom Packley's a grub. He's a grub.
He's a grub. West Coast, it was hard. I don't mind this bloke, but
that's hard because it's West Coast.
There's just this one bloke, and you can't look past what he did a couple of years ago. He's a grub. He's a grub.
Oh, grub.
Yeah, seems like a nice enough bloke, but you can't go around doing that. You're a grub.
Yep.
Doggies, Cody Waitman, you're a grub. I love him. I love Cody. I love myself some Cody Waitman. But
I love me a grub. And I'll even put in there a bit of Luke Beveridge. Bit of a grub. Bit of a grub.
Yeah. So, you got anything just to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? I'm pretty content.
Pretty content.
Yeah. What do we got coming up this week? That's probably the biggest talking point.
Yeah, what am I looking forward to this week?
No,
Not that yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Well, I'm excited for a matchup this week.
I know you're excited. I want to have a look at who's playing who this week. And that's what I was going to talk about. Have a little prediction of what's going to happen. And then we'll get to what you're excited about. Because I know you're excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
Alright.
I am excited.
So we'll look at it quickly. Collingwood the Dogs.
Good game. Could go either way.
I don't care. Either way, any team's special. Pies will win it.
I want Doggies to win for the multi.
There we go. It's on tap. Pies will win it. Hawks Richmond will be a better game than most would suggest, but Tigers will win it.
It's going to be a very good game of football.
It will show very much where both teams are at.
Yeah.
If Richmond roll, maybe Richmond are finding some form. If not, North Port move on. St Kilda Cats. Another game that will show where clubs are at.
Yeah.
Because I'd expect Geelong to come out and win this, and I'll be picking them. Paying $1.69.
Yeah, what are they playing?
$2.17 for St Kilda. Yeah. Saints are on a slide. They need to bounce back. Geelong need to win that game.
They do.
That's going to be a good game of football. And it's in a lovely time slot of 4:35 in the afternoon on a Saturday. Put it in prime time. What are we doing? Swans Essendon. Swans will win that. Crows Lions will win that. Moving on. Don't need to spend time on those games. No one wants to talk about them. Suns, Freo.
Freo, move on.
Exactly.
Carlton, GWS, Carlton, move on.
The odds are there, though. The odds are there for the Giants. $2.10 for the Giants, $1.77 for Carlton. One of the least favoured favourites. If not, we'll quickly scan back up. Carlton are the least favourite going into the round. Top 4 playing the bottom 4 side.
Yeah.
Get on that. That's good odds. I'll take them. And then West Coast and Melbourne.
Are they paying anything?
They're $1.01. But if we were to quickly have a look at that, actually, it might just pop up. I reckon there'd be the old sneaky odds out there. They have the sneaky odds going this game too. Where are we? They had featured bets last weekend about it.
No, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet, but
keep your eyes on the markets.
It could very well be D's plus 150 or D's over 200. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
It's going to be ugly.
It will be ugly. So, sir, now that leads me to, what are you excited for this week?
What am I excited about? A match-up on Saturday afternoon.
Huh? Stole Thunder, did I?
No, my St Kilda and Geelong game. There is a match-up I'm excited about. A 202cm Max King.
Yep.
Going up against 204cm Sam DeConey.
Yep.
Both athletic, both tall.
Both young.
Both young. It could be an exciting matchup.
Could be one we could see for 10 years to come.
It could be.
That's fair.
I think this could be a very interesting matchup. It's going to be a good matchup for Sam DeConey.
Yeah.
The thing is,
real good test for him.
It's the strength that other forwards have on him.
Yeah.
Max King isn't that strong.
No, he's not.
It's the athleticism. If Max can get the early jump,
yeah,
he gets in. But it's Geelong's. If they go back to his zone defence, why Sam DeConey is playing on him, it is going to make for a matchup and a half.
Exactly. No, that's going to be a very good point. That will be a very good game of football and a very good battle inside the game.
Prime time.
And I'll even put it out there, a little cheeky dig that DeConey should probably have the upper hand because King can't kick. So it won't matter if he comes to him anyway.
Keep him straight in front, he might be able to do a thing.
Well, I'm interested in a few things. I'm interested to see if Collingwood do win, how much pressure does come to Bev. Because I think pressure's got to come for him. But what I'm excited for the key forwards. Collingwood medal race is alive. Key forwards are firing.
Who have Richmond got this week?
Richmond have got... Talk about
Thursday.
There we go. They got the Hawthorn. The old Hawkers.
Can Frost do anything?
They let the Carlton boys run rampant. Richmond have the dual threat because Rewalt, although he is terribly out of form, is still a very good footballer on his day.
And do we see a Sicily versus Lynch fight? More than likely.
I'll go Sicily versus Rewalt. Because I reckon that'll be the matchup. I reckon they'll go to each other.
But I reckon there'll be some stage throughout the game Sicily will go to Lynch.
Oh, there'll be something grubby out of one of them. But they're grubs.
If they are there on each other, expect some jumpers being punched.
I don't know if Sicily go with him, he's too short. But either way, it will be good. But you got Lynch, you got the Cats boys up against Maxi King. Like, let's watch the King go against the Cats and see who kicks the bags. And then we'll wait all the way to Sunday Arvo to watch the Carlton boys go. But
Who's Sunday Arvo's for Carlton this year?
Yeah, it's what happens when you shit the year before.
Yeah, maybe we'll see with new fixture updates.
That's it. But
that's what I don't mind about these fixture updates.
Right, yes, exactly. Praise the good teams. And I'm even though I'm saying I'm excited for the big forwards, I'm excited to see what Brisbane's forward line does.
Yeah.
And how they adjust.
When are they playing?
They are playing Saturday night at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, I'll be tuning into that one.
It's be interesting to see how it looks because it will be a smaller targeted forward line, but I'm excited for big forwards. Big forwards are back. We're not going to have 100 goals in a year, but we could have 60 or 70 this year.
I think we're going to see a few 70s this year.
Well, we're actually a third of the way through the year. Huge. We're at 27's the leader. Triplet's 81. Could get 70s and 80s.
Wait and see.
That's it. I'm excited.
So am I. Anything else to say before we wrap up?
Season dry.
Great first episode. Any suggestions?
Here's to the adventure.
here's the adventure. Any suggestions or anything you got for us? I'm not sure if we're posting this to YouTube or I don't know where we're posting this.
You'll find it. Get involved.
You're watching it, so you found it.
Good job.
Down below, you found the next up and coming podcast.
That's it, and see you next week.
We'll see you then.